You feel the love there.
Dude, I am so underdressed. You didn't tell me what I was following.
Yeah, sorry. There's John Oliver feathers around. I apologize if you're allergic.
No apology. I actually ran into him earlier. He tried to sell me a CD at Times Square in that same outfit.
Yeah, no, that wasn't him. That was Elmo, yeah.
Got it.
But I want to talk to you about everything in your whole career, but I want to get to know you a little bit, too. I just want to say your Problematic World Tour, you announced it, and in 48 hours, you sold 600,000 tickets.
Yeah. Insane. I know.
What's that feel like?
I mean, it feels incredible, man. I went from, literally July of last year, I was considering quitting comedy and everything. I couldn't sell any tickets at any comedy club. I wasn't getting any kind of break. And then, so from going from playing clubs for 35 people who got free tickets to, we broke Ticketmaster, which is insane. So yeah, if Travis Kelce, if it doesn't work out, holler at your boy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been unreal, man. My entire life has changed in a matter of like 14 months. I'm so grateful.
I heard about the story that I kind of related to because you started comedy around 15?
Yeah, 15, yeah. Wow. My grandpa used to take me to the Columbus Funny Bone in Ohio every Wednesday. And it was a bringer show, like a lot of open mics are, where you have to bring...
Oh, a bringer, yeah.
Yeah, usually like 5 people who have to pay for tickets.
So the way it works is if you go and perform, you have to actually bring 5 people that buy tickets and buy drinks.
Yeah, and hope they laugh.
And hope that they laugh, yeah, they just want business.
Oh, of course.
They don't really care about your career.
No, not at all. And all my friends were still in high school, obviously, so they couldn't come attend. So my grandpa would buy 5 tickets, so the club would think I had 5 people there to perform.
Yeah.
And then he would just watch me tank week after week after week.
He was the only guy?
No, but he loved it, though. He was my biggest supporter. Like, if it wasn't for my grandpa, I'd have absolutely no sense of humor, and I never would have got my start into comedy. So,
good to
it's
give
one
it
of
up for
those.
Grandpa.
Thank you.
Good to have that support.
Thank you.
Do you remember what your set was when you were 15 years old?
Oh, nonsense. Not stand-up at all. I also, for the first 6 months of doing stand-up, had no idea what a set was. Nobody told me. I would just go up there and do 5 minutes of like ridiculous things over and over again. But it was never like kid stuff. I was never telling like school jokes. I was never making like poop jokes or anything.
No, it wasn't.
It was always for adults because I was a kid performing for adults in a comedy club, which I think inevitably helped me transition because around the time I was like 23, 24, people start looking at you a little bit differently. You're no longer like the novelty of like, oh, he's a kid, give him a chance. At 24, people were like, we paid to get in here, make us laugh.
Yeah.
So I think that helped that transition be a little bit smoother, that I never really played into the young aspect.
And you were saying earlier, I'm sorry that I went over it, you were thinking about quitting?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been doing comedy for 11 years as of last year. 10 of it in LA, and it's just, it beats you down hearing like so much rejection. Like I couldn't get a special anywhere, I couldn't get on a TV show anywhere, I couldn't get on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, oh my God. Wow.
I know, I submitted a couple times, we'll talk after.
Okay, yeah.
No, all of these things just weren't adding up, but after a certain point you go, am I delusional? Like maybe I'm not funny, maybe I'm not supposed to do this, and then just one random video kind of changed everything.
Yeah, it was a TikTok video.
Yeah, I reluctantly started posting on TikTok beginning of last year. I've always hated social media. I think it's so negative and it just stresses me out.
Yeah.
But one day I was just like, how long can I go against the grain and it not work? So I started posting sporadically. And then I was at the Just for Laughs Festival, which is like the most notorious comedy festival in comedy, besides the New York Comedy Festival.
Where I got my start.
Is it really?
Yeah, New Faces.
No way. Never got New Faces.
All right, well,
I know. So I'm at this festival, and even that was a funny circumstance because over the pandemic, my friend Paulie Leah, who's one of my best friends, great comic, we developed this show over the pandemic that was a dual-hosted improvised show.
Yeah.
And Just for Laughs wanted to pick up that show for the festival, but they didn't want me. They wanted Paul and not me, and Paul, being a good friend, was like, I refuse to do the show without him, absolutely not. So they said, well, we're not gonna pay him, we're not gonna pay for his travel, but if he wants to perform, he can perform. So I was like, you know what, I'll swallow my pride, I wanna experience what this festival is about. We went, it was arguably the best show of the festival. But before that show, the same night, we were at dinner, and I was about to post this clip called The Lazy Hero, which I had already edited. It was at a show in Phoenix, Arizona for like 75 people. And I was just sitting there, I was so depleted and depressed at, being at a place I wasn't even invited to perform at. Wow. And I was like, this is so stupid. Why am I even bothering posting this stuff? It's not gonna do anything. And my friend was like, you already edited it. Just post it and then we'll have a fun time tonight. And then that video over the next couple of days went insanely viral, like 20 to 30 million views. And then that made every other video on my profile go viral, and then everything just kind of exploded out of nowhere.
30 million views.
Yeah, dude, insane. insane, life-changing, man. I'm so grateful.
Isn't that wild how that happens? And
The,
you're
the
like,
irony in something you dreaded doing, changing your entire life.
Yeah,
So
and
take more chances.
yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, take more chances. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love how people go like, oh, Matt Rife, yeah, overnight success.
12-year overnight success, man.
Yeah.
It takes forever. But you have to look back at those moments and all the times you thought you were ready for a certain opportunity, you probably weren't. Now I'm in a position right now where there's a lot of pressure to stand behind what I've built on social media and my live performances.
Yeah.
And had I not had these years of training leading up to it, these shows might not be as good as they are now. Now I feel like I'm in the proper position at the proper time.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm a fan. You're very funny.
Thank you so much.
You have a new special November 15th on Netflix.
Yeah, Natural
It's called
Selection.
Natural Selection.
You were supposed to say it. I'm sorry.
No,
Stepped
no, we
on your
both should
line.
say it. Natural Selection.
Natural Selection.
There we go.
You guys say it?
Now everyone's saying, all right, this is fantastic.
You're
all right.
so fired, dude.
But I know, yeah. You shot it in D.C.
Yeah.
Why D.C.?
DC has always been my favorite city in the entire country. I love it there. It's a beautiful city. I'm obsessed with history. I've been to all the museums dozens of times.
It's kind of
the
fascinating.
The parks there. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
What was the venue?
It's the Daughters of the American Revolution at Constitution Hall if my mouth decides to work. And I got an opportunity to open for Dane Cook there in 2019. Wow. And I fell in love with it. And I had already done a little bit of research on the venue. It's where Eddie Murphy filmed Delirious, which is arguably one of the greatest comedy specials of all time.
Yeah.
Robin Williams did a special there. Cat Williams did a special there. Presidents have spoken there. And it just has this amazing, like, Coliseum-esque theme to it that I just really thought captured what we're trying to get our point across on this special. So it was inevitably the best possible location, and I couldn't be more proud of it.
Oh, yeah, it looks gorgeous, and it's very funny. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Matt Rife in Natural Selection. Take a look at this.
Get this through your head. Astrology is not this magical life guideline that predetermines your future in the stars. No, none of that. Your future is dependent by your own thoughts, opinions, and actions. You are in complete control of how your future turns out. It's not up here. It's in here the whole time. It's up to you. Has nothing to do with the stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean that's who you're supposed to look up to for all this magical advice, man.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about, buddy. Matt Rife, Natural Selection premieres November 15th on Netflix. Congratulations.
Thank you
Come
so
back,
much.
please.
Really, thank you so much.
We'll be right back with more Tonight Show. Stick around, everybody. Matt Rife.